me to that again because I was just getting stared at through the window. And, it's okay to talk. Like, I shouldn't be afraid to talk about anybody else. Like, I shouldn't be afraid to talk, while people are staring at me. But I don't really know exactly why that was. But some older lady was staring at me through my window, which it's alright. But what do you call it? Right now, I want to talk about life after high school. You see a lot of videos like this. I'm not talking about different type of kids or anything like that. I'm just talking about how I felt and everything like that through a college wrestler's eyes and everything like that. The reason why I just came up with that right now because I was talking about my last video. I was listening to some music and I was thinking about like my middle school time, my 8th grade time, because that was the music I listened to in 8th grade, and I've been listening to it ever since. So I may have listened to it a couple times, like, just go back in time, feel that old memories. But yeah, I haven't listened to it in a really long time again. So I was listening to it just because I was playing the game, and I had no. I told you that how I don't really play too much music or anything like that. So I just tried to play some background music. So why not? And yeah, that's what I was playing, and I was like, these memories of my 8th grade year was coming up, and something that a lot of people don't understand is after high school, you'll never be in that big circle, probably ever again. I don't really know if there's really a lot of times the average person will be in that circle and get that level of attention. And this is why you hear something like peaking in high school is so common to popular kids. Because in high school, you get this crazy level of attention and stuff like that. And after high school, you will never get that again. And with me, I was never... How do I explain this in the best of words? I was the only college wrestler the active college wrestler. So out of the four grades, I was school with over 2,000 kids. I was the only active college wrestler. And people think, I feel a little confident and stuff like that. But I didn't care. I was down to earth. I did not care about the fact that, I was the only one from the district. I didn't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like anything. After I graduated high school, I wasn't gonna be like, I'm proud to be representing my high school. I know some people, when they graduate, even just normal, kids are not competing in college, which is nothing wrong with that. It doesn't if you don't compete in college sports, it doesn't mean you're you're a loser or whatnot. You're still incredible. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to think that how common I feel like it might have gotten a bit. Some athletes feel pressured to even commit to a college team because they feel like they're looked down upon if they don't do it. And it's that's not true at all. You know what I'm saying? I even felt that. I'm gonna be honest. I felt that. I still wanted to do it into college. That's why I wanted to compete in college. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to do. Especially now, I don't even have social media, so I don't even post anywhere. I just wrestle in college because I want to. I don't really know what this car is doing in front of me right now. But for me, I'm a little, out of it right now. I don't really know. I was editing a ton of videos. I spent at least an hour and 30 editing videos. I edited 5 videos. Did a bunch of stuff. I had to delete a bunch of other stuff in my camera roll. Other videos, old videos, because those things get messed up and stuff like that. So I gotta delete that, make it more organized, everything. But yeah, upload it on my 4 channels and everything like that. And it's just a little draining, to be honest, to do this every single morning. But it's what else would I do? Think about it. I was playing video games after I uploaded my videos. I was playing video games for the last 20-30 minutes. I can't even name 5 stuff I did in the game in the last 30 minutes. And the videos, even though they were boring to upload and stuff like that, I always listen to stuff that helps me out, good informational videos. So I'm learning while editing the videos, and it's kind of enjoyable in a sort of way. I'm kind of learning, and at the same time, I'm doing something where I can see results. I can see, look, I upload the videos. Let's say, for example, they get 100 views, for example, which isn't great, but usually on my YouTube Shorts, they get probably over 1,000. Sometimes they flop, but seeing that impact that you had, that look, your time went to something that's useful, and it's building blocks brick by brick. It's building bricks. It's building the building. It's not until you gotta take off. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the next maybe 6, 8, 9, 10 months, I probably won't see a crazy amount of results, but I don't care. I enjoy the process. I don't even care about the end goal. I do not care. Not I don't care that much. I don't really. It's not all I base it on. I enjoy every single day. Every single day, I love what I'm doing. I'm enjoying every single day. I literally went out on my way one day, and I think like yesterday or something like that, I went out of my way and just started recording. Like, I drove 55 minutes just talking in my car without no reason at all. No, I was just bored. So I'm like, all right, I'll just go. Right now, the reason why I usually talk while driving the car is because I'm driving right now, so destination. But at the same time, I'm bored right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, I would be so bored, and I'm like, I want to talk to somebody. I don't have anybody to talk to, and that's also another thing. Life after high school. After high school, this might sound like a bad thing, and maybe I should have connected more with the kids on my college team. I was very quiet and stuff like that because I was really focused on my goal, and I did really well because I was really focused and very quiet. But you know, maybe I should have talked a little more because I don't have any. Oh my God, this is a little hard road. Always a difficult road to merge on into, but yeah, I don't really have anybody, and the people that I thought I had even aren't really my friends. I had a guy who liked hearted my story on Snapchat. On my story, I know a 19-year-old using Snapchat's weird. I deleted Snapchat right after that, hours after that. I'm not planning on going back. I don't plan on ever going back to social media, and I feel so much more happier. I can make another video as well of why social media help me out, but I don't even do that. Like, I don't plan videos, so I'll talk about it right now because I'm going along with it. The reason why social media, and this is also life after high school, when I was posting on social media, every single time on my stories, stuff like that, stories where you post like a picture or something like that, or a video, and it's up for 24 hours and you can see the people that view it. The reason why I would post on that one is because when I post my wrestling stuff on there, you know, I want to get their approval first of my teammates and stuff like that, of my friends, wanted to get their support, and really wanted to document my journey. That's why I was doing it on social media. In the beginning, I wasn't documenting, recording my thoughts or anything. I was just posting pictures. But yeah, I posted the pictures on my story, and I got tons of views. Almost everyone, people that I never even thought knew me from my high school, were viewing my story and everything. Almost everybody, and you know, what do you call it? Like, almost everybody you can think of. And I felt really good and everything. Even on the tournament, I went 1-2. And the thing is, look, now I'm getting this crazy amount of validation, and now I'm feeling good. I'm getting comfortable. I'm feeling good. I'm losing, but I'm posting pictures of my matches on my story. Now I'm feeling good. So now I'm going to these matches and being like, all right, I want to make sure I want to get a good angle. I want to do a certain movement so I can make it look good for social media. Of course, I've never actually done that, but I thought about it in my head. I didn't actually do it. And yeah, that's what do you call it? That's something that sort of affected me with social media. And social media got me a little too comfortable about where I was. You know, I had 3.3K followers, 2K following. I had a really good following for my area. Probably the highest followed athlete in my area, and probably the best athlete in my area. And my area is a big area. It's not a small area. In my school range, in my my hometown and everything, my towns around me that went to the same high school as me, in terms of that's where I did the best at. I was the best there in the whole area. Because everyone else was a lot more higher rated in high school. I wasn't as good as I am in college. I was probably the lowest ranked recruit out of high school. But yeah, I really made my mark in college in my first year, which didn't even count towards eligibility, which I don't think a lot of people know about. I mean, more people are seeing that now. The fact that I wrestled these high-level competition and did well against them, and I'm still not even, my year of eligibility didn't even count. So that's sick to have. And I have, postseason. My postseason didn't go amazing. I got hurt in a match against a nationally ranked guy in the NCAA. I tore my elbow in that match, and recently I had their entire college. Some of the wrestlers start viewing my content account and really keeping an eye on me. Almost everyone there knows who I am, and I'm thinking to myself, did I just get crazy good all of a sudden? Because in high school I wasn't crazy good, and now in college all of a sudden I'm just I'm seen as this guy now, and I'm all my losses last year came from guys who either qualified for nationals or were nationally ranked guys. I said it in my other video, all my losses came from nationally ranked guys. That's a lie, actually. I lost to a D1 starter who wasn't regionally ranked or anything. So, yeah, maybe he was regionally ranked, but he didn't place at regionals. But very strong dude, don't know. Maybe he might have been thinking something because strength gives you a huge advantage in wrestling. So some of the guys, especially at the 197 weight class, might be popping in little stuff. Though. I'm joking, of course. So it was a duel me. I wrestled one of the D1 teams, and I wrestled the starter. And also 2 of my losses actually came from one guy he was placed at regional, so he wasn't nationally ranked, but he was regional ranked. So I lost against 2 D1 guys, and the rest of them were either national qualifiers or nationally ranked guys. Well, they're all national qualifiers. Some of them were nationally ranked. So yeah, I did alright, and I was like, but the thing was, I was getting so much validation on social media, and I started getting comfortable. I'm like, wait, what's the point of me wrestling? Now I have all this validation. I'm like, I don't even need to wrestle anymore because I have the validation. And I'm like, none of this stuff matters. Think about it now. Most of the guys you see after high school. The other day I went to a restaurant with my brothers and stuff like that. We were at I don't know where we were at, and we were eating pasta. It was all you can eat pasta. And one of the guys comes up to me and he's like, bro, what's up? How's everything going and everything? You go up and say my name and everything like that. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, everything's good with me. What about you? I'm like, what about you? And I'm like, he's like, yeah. I don't know. He said I don't know. He's like, I don't know. I don't know exactly what he was saying. He said something, and I ignored him for a second because I thought he was a closer sentence, something like that. He used a closer, but no. Then he repeated the question again, and I told him everything's going good with me. What about you? And he said, yeah, everything's going good with me, and that was really it. But the thing was with the interaction was I didn't know who this guy was. Maybe he graduated last year, maybe he graduated a couple years ago. I'm not really too sure, or maybe he graduated my year. I'm not even too sure what year he graduated. But the point is, he's actually doing well for himself. He has a good job. He's in the front of in the job. He looks good still. I didn't really look at him too much, but he looked good, and he's doing pretty well. But most of the guys you see after high school, they'll fall off really big. Like they'll, gain a ton of weight, and after I finished high school, I dropped actually. I dropped 30. I had to wrestle 25 pounds less than I did in high school, and I gained a ton of strength. So by the time I was posting my pictures on social media, everyone was like, whoa. Well, where did this guy come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're a little shocked. It's like, because my heaviest weight I was ever at in high school was 222 at the end. I literally started off in my end of junior year 170, and right at the January time I was 222, some way like that. Or I was like 180 towards the end of my junior year, 182, something like that. Trying to gain some weight. I was trying to wrestle at 190 and try to cut down to 190, but yeah, you can say I took the bulk too far. I gained a ton of strength though by that time, but I even gained even more. I keep gaining tons of strength because I started off at a point where I couldn't even bench 135. Couldn't really bench anything. Couldn't squat. I ended at the end of my senior year, but going into my senior year, the summer, like the end of summer, I ended up plateauing at 185 for 3 months, which kind of sucked back then because I was only able to bench my body weight, and I could only squat 245. So you can really see how weak I was back then. But yeah, that kind of sucked, but I've been really going hard at it ever since. And now I can Zerker squat 355 reps right now. So that's pretty sick. And I just, incline dumbbell bench 100 pounds for 7 reps, which I'm not too happy about. But still, that's crazy. Picking up the 100 pounds and repping that on dumbbell bench. I know some people can bench more, but for me, that's crazy, and I don't care about comparison. And that's as well another thing. I built this topic, and now I'm actually building onto it. See, this is what I need to do more often. Instead of talk about one subject and then branching off to 30 different things. Comparison as well. After high school, people are comparing themselves to social media so much. It builds such dark, they feel so bad about themselves. So what they end up doing is, I'm just noticing this right now. They use substances and stuff like that, anything really, to escape the reality. And the reason why they're escaping the reality is because they feel so behind when they're not really. Sure, for me, I never partied, I never drank. I lift heavy, and I'm over 6 foot tall. I'm doing a sport in college, and I'm doing well. So it seems like I'm talking from a high area, but I'm really not. I had a really big weight transformation from 260 pounds in my freshman year. Didn't talk to anybody in the beginning. Didn't even do a sport. Started out doing push-ups in my bathroom, this floor I had a mat, and I was doing that because I didn't want anybody. I didn't know locks in my house or anything like that. The only lock was in my little sister's room. And I also used to do jumping jacks there and some push-ups there when my parents weren't home and stuff like that. And yeah, I would just do it on the bathroom floor, and I would do squats in my shower because, you know, I was in my shower, so I'm like, might as well do some squats. And I'm like, you know, it helped me out. I was too afraid to do it anywhere else, so I was like, I'll do it in the shower. You know, I don't want anybody judging me. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I'm not some high. I really started off from absolutely nowhere, and I told myself always, I was always going to be the best athlete in my area, in my high school, and I wasn't. I'm just going to put it simple. I was not. In college, I'm a lot better, but in high school, because of my, literally, I've been gaining a ton of strength and just been doing crazy, and I've been doing really well. I have a good area around me and everything like that, but yeah, overall, I wasn't the best in high school either, and I wasn't even, like, I had, like, tons of issues, and towards the end of my senior year, I was so anxious all the time, you know what I'm saying? I'll go to class, and I was, like, crazy anxious, and it was, like, a lot of people will say, oh, yeah, the end of high school, you know, these are the glory days, these are the days you can remember for your whole life, and those aren't the best, even though you can see me right now, I'm, like, you would really think I'm some guy who probably dated a ton of girls in high school I didn't date one, and I did talk to a lot, but that was towards the end of my high school. I did not. It was only between that midsection of that sophomore, 10th grade, 11th grade year I did. 11th grade year, I was probably talking to everybody, to be honest. I couldn't go a day without walking one to class. And I'm not saying because I'm some high guy. I just had a lot, you know, I was really talking to a person, so I need to talk to somebody. But yeah, my senior year, I didn't really walk with too much people. Towards the end, I started walking with my friends that were wrestling. And when they realized I was wrestling in college, everyone started loving me more, which is kind of weird, but yeah, really, no one really liked me before that. People started hating me towards the end, and you know, the thing is, well, like a lot of guys you'll see after high school, they start to grow facial hair. I mean, I have facial hair right now, but I only did that after my first year of high school, and I only did that because it looks more cool, actually. With the short hair, of course. When I had the longer hair, the bigger hair before, in my other videos, it kind of looked a little weird. I feel like it looks kind of cool with me, and I actually think I did it well. A lot of guys, you know, I don't know, they'll just do it. And a lot of guys just started viewing my story more, started watching me more. And that's the thing, a lot of guys from your old area will watch someone like me nonstop, like so much. And I don't know why. Maybe because I'm documenting my journey. I'm making content, so everyone's, you know, usually laughs at the guys who's making content. But after high school, why are you laughing at this guy? Why are you even watching this guy? You know what I'm saying? I remember one time I saw one of the friend groups, you know, in my old area. This is the closest anyone else has made. No, I saw one other person post one or two videos, like about a game that she bought, and she posted like a board game she bought or something, and she played it with her sister, and it sounded really disingenuous, like you know the type of like commenting and stuff like that. I don't really know what it was really about too much. I don't remember when I followed that girl. I don't even know what happened to her. I think she blocked me or something. I don't know where she went. I couldn't find her. But the point was, yeah, that was one of the closest I've really seen anybody make content. And the one friend group as well, they were posting some of their stream clips and stuff like that. They were posting them. Well, there's one dude who's I think he's like a singer or something like that. So he does sing. He was doing that during high school as well. And he made a decent amount. I feel like he was doing alright. He started, you know, now we were boys, like, the whole friend group and everything. I used to go to their class in the last period of the day. I used to go there because one of my friends were there, and we were all just boys, you know, we were all hanging out in the corner. That's the glory days part that maybe I feel, you know, when people say, oh, the glory days, that's the glory days. When I used to I used to go to my one of my classes. I don't remember what class it was. This is how little I cared. I didn't even pay attention at all. I used to just leave at the first 2 minutes and just go to that class and sit there the whole period. And, you know, it's just my boys there. We all just have fun there. You know what I'm saying? And the teacher that knew me, I had her the previous year. I was one of her favorite students, so she let me there. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, when I graduated high school, I was like, in my head, I didn't think that, oh yeah, this is the last time I'm ever going to see these people. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care too much. That's a lie. I was crying in the last days. You know, when they rang the final bell, I started crying. It was a scary moment. You gotta realize that I'll never be around. Like, it's like, boom, 1 minute you're going to this scheduled program that you've been doing for the last 12 years, and now it's over. You're really one of those people. You know, you always saw the older guys being like, oh my god, I can't believe how old they're leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are graduating, and, you know, I'm like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? I used to look up to these guys, and now I'm that. I left now, and no one looks up to me anymore because I make the content. And everyone's like, oh yeah, this guy's stupid now. What is he trying to do? Why is he staying consistent with this? Maybe. I don't even know. I got a lot less love, I feel like, now compared to how I was a couple years, like a couple months ago. And that's why I realized, well, the validation doesn't matter. When I was posting my regular wrestling stuff and stuff like that, society was loving it. Everyone was loving it. Everyone was like, yeah, this is the guy. You know, I came back to the old high school for a practice. Everyone was loving me. Everyone was clapping. And I had a couple of my friends that, you know, wanted to go to the basketball game for a bit. They're supposed to drop me off, so we were supposed to get food after, so I was going with them, and we were sitting for the game for a little bit, and everyone there was like, you know, like saying hi to me and stuff like that. I didn't even want to talk to anybody. I'll be honest, I didn't want to be there, but yeah, they were happy, like they were excited to see me, you know. It's like treating me like I was like some sort of like big guy, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying, like, and I'm like, none of this stuff matters. I didn't care. When I left, I was actually feeling worse for myself. I'm like, look at me, I'm not even doing anything right now. I hurt my elbow this time, so that's why I came back there. I'm like, look at me, I'm not even doing anything right now, and I feel like such a loser, you know what I'm saying? I just want to wrestle, I want to do my sport, I don't want to be around these people. At the same time, while the coaches were ignoring me, they weren't talking to me, and at the same time, you know, we didn't really get along. We weren't the best friends. I never think we had a crazy problem or anything like that, but, you know, they didn't really talk to me or anything like that, and I'm like, I just came all this way, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to be here. They kept asking me to wrestle over and over again. So I'm like, oh, I'll come. I thought the coaches didn't like me. And maybe they don't, because the way they treated me wasn't the best. But, so yeah, in terms of that, usually, you know, when the athletes come back, you know, the coaches usually love him. They usually be like, oh yeah, this is the main man. This is our guy. You know what I'm saying? He's our big guy. You know what I'm saying? And usually when the coaches see the other alumni, they get really happy. Didn't get happy about me, so I don't really know what that was about. I'm the only college wrestler. I don't know what that was about. So the thing is, well, the whole status thing as well. You know, some of the guys, you know, that did sports in high school, who maybe are not doing well in college or did all right. You know, they'll come back to the old high school, and they'll come back there because they'll do what society tells them is best. When they're after old high school, society's telling them, yeah, you're the big guy, you're doing good, you're doing this. And when they leave the high school, they're like, oh yeah, I'm a loser. I'm not doing anything with my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being average. I'm being normal. And maybe that's why they go back there. And even though my physical state, like I got really better physically, I lost weight because I was trying to bulk up. And during my wrestling season, I cut the 184, so that's what I did. And I was just cutting, so I looked a lot better, way better. Like I looked really, really good compared to how I was towards the end of high school, which I didn't even notice at the time. You know, you never notice how much weight you're actually at until you actually cut the weight. And you're like, oh, like you look back at the picture and you're like, oh, you know what? I don't know how people were liking me back then. And even though the physical state and everything, my sport and everything, I was doing well, my mental state was terrible. Like I was feeling lonely because I had no friends, didn't talk to anybody. I was severely addicted to music, not really as much addicted anymore, not really listening to negative music anymore, like controls my emotions, really feel a lot more better positively and everything like that. And I can actually talk again, probably due to the content and everything like that I'm doing, you know, helping my communication skills a lot. You know, first time, you know, it's crazy to think, like, I literally grabbed the camera, the first time I did it, like the first, I think, 5-10 minutes I did it, really bad, awful, it was horrible. And I stopped it after like 2 minutes, and then I'm like, I gotta do it again. I gotta redo this again. So I redid it again, and I did really well. I was speaking perfectly, and like it's so weird. Like I can speak perfectly. I know 0 people are watching this right now as well, so I feel 0 pressure. And even when I do get views, and even on the short form content, when I do get views and stuff like that, I don't care. I'm just my authentic self. If I don't force funniness or force me being serious or anything, if I'm feeling like, oh look, why is there a deer there? Yo, I'm telling you, I can't record this time because now last time I had a video where it's like I saw a deer and I pulled it up and it was like funny, people loved it. But this time around I can't do that because I'm driving in the road. So this time I can't. Last time I was I was in an empty parking lot, so able to do it pretty well. But nowadays I can't do that. So yeah. Oh my god, got a little out of it, but that's the thing I missed, that one class really, and that was really it. The thing was, I had so much negativity. I felt like people were just laughing at me towards the end because, you know, I had higher weight and everything like that. And I had so much anxiety that unless I was with my friends weren't really talking. Even then, I felt like my friends weren't really my real friends. And I noticed that because after high school, I'm not talking the most, and the other ones on social media, you know, after I deleted social media, they're gone. You know what I'm saying? Because social media gives you a fake connection. Even like, well, maybe one or two texted me, which I haven't gotten authentic text messages. Is also what triggered this idea really a bit. You know, I haven't gotten an authentic text message at all since high school. I haven't really talked. I also went ghost mode after high school. I deleted Snapchat and barely was using my Instagram as well. Now I fully deactivated it, but back then I wasn't even using it as well. I think I deleted it as well back then. I'm not too sure exactly what I did. But I deleted Snapchat for a long time, for about 2 to 3 months. I downloaded it back because I was starting to get crazy in my views of my story, and everyone was viewing it. I'm like, all right, I feel good posting these stories. So I post like random stuff on the music, and I'll get like 700, 800 views, 900. I got 1,022, I think, one time, which is pretty cool. But because the average it's cool because, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I was never like a guy who was brought up to be like a good athlete or anything like that. I was never told that I was going to be a good athlete. I just did it on my own. I did everything on my own. And maybe some people have that comfort in high school that someone held your hand at all time, and that's what they miss. Because right now I have no one to hold my hand. I have no support, nothing. And it's not a bad thing, because, you know, I have no pressure. If I fail, so what? No one's laughing at me because no one cares about me. And, you know, people that I know from my old area do watch my content. My old teammates who I thought were going to support me because I'm the only college athlete don't support me. Everybody, every single person that you can think of has seen my content by now. And only 5 have followed, so yeah, I don't really consider most friends from high school my actual friends. And yeah, I didn't even talk about the story about the group and the friend. I don't think I talked about it. So yeah, the group was posting on their content for like 1 or 2 days, and they stopped. And that's what you notice about a lot of people, though. Have this short burst of motivation, but they won't keep going. Because I see the long-term goal. I don't care about the short-term goal. They were getting decent views, I think. I think like 1,000, 2,000. I'm not too sure. Back then on Instagram, it was like if your friends and stuff liked the video and stuff like that, it would get pushed like crazy. Nowadays, you can get like 30 likes, and your views would probably get like 400 views because it doesn't favor likes anymore. I think it favors watch time now. So that's cool because I get a lot of watch time. So yeah, that will help me out a lot more. But I'm at my destination right now. I gotta go to class right now, and you know, yeah, just gonna keep going after. You know, I'm posting hour-long videos, and maybe some people initially saw the YouTube video and like, how is he posting hour-long videos every single day? But like, I enjoy this. You know what I'm saying? I love doing this, and I'm like, I was thinking about transferring at this college, and I'm like, you know, I can't transfer because I love recording these videos. I can't record the videos if I'm not doing this. So yeah, I gotta go right now, and I'll let you know my thoughts on my way back. Take me home to a place I belong, West Virginia. You know, take me home to a place I belong, Virginia. Hopefully that singing was alright. I get a little bit of that vibe right now, you know, because just heading home right now, just very excited, you know what? I don't want that part of my singing to be in. I don't care about the singing. I'll leave the singing. Hopefully my lip's not bleeding. It was bleeding before. I bit my lip. Yeah. Overall, I ended class really early. Can't record any videos because my computer's dead and my phone's at 18%. So I gotta check halfway through to see how my phone's doing and charge it up while recording. So, oh my god, I'm not feeling that good right now. Overall, I told myself I was gonna set a challenge to talk to one person a day, and I did that today. Oh my god. So yeah, I was just letting the person through, and you know, yeah, I told myself I was gonna set a challenge where every single day I talk to one person, and I did that this morning. But I told myself right now that, you know, after every single recording now, I'm gonna talk to one person. there's multiple reasons why I'm doing this. One reason why I'm doing this is because I need to talk to people again. You know, I went the entire last year without barely even talking to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I didn't talk to anyone. I probably had a total of maybe 10 conversations. And that's pushing it, like really pushing it. And that's even short conversations, like 20-second conversations in the past year. So this time right now, I told myself, listen, in the last 3 months, have I remembered anything I've done? No. Do I remember exactly what I did last week? No. The recordings helped me remember more, but I told myself every single day, I'm going up to somebody and I'm going to talk to them. Of course, today I didn't cold approach anybody. Sort of did. You know, I was in class and we had to share our essays, so I went up to one guy and asked him, oh, let's share essays. Like, he was right across from me, so it was kind of obvious we were going to do it. I mean, not really, but we didn't even have to because I shared it with one other person later. But the point was, I was really nervous talking to this guy before I was going to talk to him. I was choking for a little bit. Not when I say choking, I mean not like choking. I mean like I was nervous, like really nervous. I was about to really nervous for like 3-4 minutes. I wasn't actually saying anything. I had to hype myself up. You do not know how sad it is, but that is what happens now since I've been alone for so long. Oh my god. Can I maybe back this thing up a little bit? There. Hopefully that helps. I mean, that car's not a little weird, but maybe put it up a little more. And yeah, I talked to him, and he didn't say really too much. I just told him, let's just take pictures, and he's like, all right. And afterwards, we didn't really talk. You know, I didn't really think he's too much of a talkative guy or anything like that, so didn't really talk to him or at all afterwards, which kind of sucked. Then I asked my teacher a question, so I went up and raised my hand and asked my teacher a question. I didn't need to, but the reason why I wanted to do that was because, you know, talk to another person. I'm like, all right, let's just double this up now. You know, I already got one person down, and there's a thing that happens that when you talk to one person, you get your confidence up, and you can talk to the other person. So I wanted to use that momentum and talk to a second person, which I did. I talked to a second person, and that was my teacher. I raised my hand. She came up to me, and maybe I should have talked while she was coming up, but I waited, and I'm like, and I told her that do we have to turn this in, and that was really it. But small talk, but it was something, and I'll take that. You know, I'm working hard on this, and anything's better than nothing, man. The reason also why I'm doing this is, you know, because a lot of the people, you know, average people, a lot more people around here sort of scroll a lot, and you know, they waste a lot of time, and they're very lazy, some of them. But at the end of the day, you have to drop your ego and talk to them, and that's what I'm trying to do by talking to people. I'm trying to break that nervousness, because it's something that it's uncomfortable to me. A lot of people, you know, when they start losing weight, it's uncomfortable for them, and they have to do uncomfortable things like doing push-ups every single morning when that's uncomfortable. Right now, this is uncomfortable for me, going up to people and talking to them, especially now where it's such a good tool to have where you can talk to people because no one can do it anymore. So that's why it's such a good tool to build on, and it will help out so much every single day. You know, I could be alone for the rest of my life, but now that I don't have social media, I don't have that fake connection anymore. So now I have no connection now, and you know, yeah. So now I'm just, you know, yeah. I went up, talked to him, and went to teach her, talked to her for a second, and she walked away. Then afterwards, what I ended up doing was I left the classroom and I went to the library. Initially, I was just exploring the campus. I'm like, I saw this area before. So what happened was I was walking to my class one day, and a kid from my old high school saw me, and he searched up my Instagram account, and he viewed one of my story on my content account, so my main account's deactivated. He used to view some of my Snapchat stories as well, so he knew me a bit. He was, you know, watching me a bit, and so what ended up happening was, you know, he probably was wondering, how did this guy get in here? Like, how is this dude in this university? Everyone here, like when I went to the library as well, everyone there is some super smart person. Everyone's doing some crazy smart things. I don't really know, but they're really into it. I don't really know what they're doing. And me, I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm an F student. Imagine taking the most stupidest F student who didn't do it, used to leave his classroom in high school. I don't want to be a bad example. I'm not that bad. Like, I didn't do any substances or anything like that. I didn't smoke in the bathroom. I wasn't one of those guys. I never done any of that stuff in my life. I've been really focused on everything. I was focused on my sport and everything. I was grinding in my sport. But in terms of actual day-to-day school life, I didn't study. Never really did any homework. Never really was best friends with my teachers. Not worse. The only real teachers I really had issues with in middle school. I had teachers middle school. That was where I was really bad and everything like that. But still, just thinking about it, like, how is it people people sometimes look at me and like, how is he in here? You know what I'm saying? And that's where I sometimes feel like a little bit of an outcast, imposter syndrome. But that part doesn't really play with my head too much. The wrestling part does, because that's what I was. That's my main identity, and I don't even feel like I'm a wrestler anymore. So now I'm not even a smart kid. So I'm here. I'm not like, you know, it's the stupid guys. I'm like, I'm not book smart. I'm street smart, but I'm smart in terms of like content and, you know, like talking to people and stuff. Not, I can't talk to anybody. I mean, like communicating like online and stuff like that, and stuff like that, like the content, everything, and sell, and the fat loss and everything. I'm very smart in that area. You'd see me now, like 18-year-old, 19 now I am, but I was doing it when I was 18. I now like do what I'm doing and hustling. Like, I have a crazy amount of hustle, and you'll think like, you know, the hustling is such a common word, and you're thinking all these guys are hustling so much, right? And then you come to realize that it's not true actually. A lot of the guys who you think are hustling are really lazy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, you're overestimating the actual level of the competition. The competition is so much lower than you think, and it's crazy how low it is. There's that small percent of people who are crazy dogs, but I identified that I'll work them, and I am. I'm posting. Oh my god, I was supposed to post. No, I can still do it. I'm still getting home on time, so I can still post. I posted at 5 o'clock. Yeah, I can still post. I'm getting home early, so yeah. I got out really early. Like, I don't think I said that before. I got out at 4:30, I think it was, or no, 4:20, 4:15. So I actually went around the area as well. So before, what ended up happening was I left the classroom and I went to the library. And I just really, because I saw the guy looked at me from the library. There was a window in the library, and he saw me. So I don't even know why. I don't really know if he was like, how, he was looking at me like, how did this dude get here? Dude does not belong here. It's fun. I can give you like insights and everything. I'm a fun person. Like, I'm a person like in high school. I used to just walk around in classes. I used to be there for the first 5 minutes and just walk around the school and just do a bunch of stuff. I used to go into the cafeteria and just start doing a bunch of stuff. Not like jump, like not like you know, like do like stuff to like get teachers mad. I just used to go up to everyone. Used to talk to them. And we all just make jokes while I wasn't even supposed to be there. Because, you know, I didn't have any backpacks or anything, so I just walked in and pretended like I was in the lunch period. I didn't even know they're so stupid. That was also very fun in high school. Remember I was talking about life after high school. That's what I used to do in high school. That's why I miss a lot. I only did that like towards the end of high school, and sometimes like during high school, like sometimes a little bit. But I didn't do that too much. I did it at the end because I'm like, all right, I got nothing to sacrifice now. I'll just do it. I'm like, because think about it, the last couple months of high school, you're like, all right, you're never gonna be here again, so you might as well just do everything you really think of. So that's why I started skipping, like not skipping, but like leaving that class early and going to the other one. I'm like, all right, this is my last couple months. I'm never gonna be here again. So at the same time, though, I couldn't do anything crazy because you know, I was still a college athlete. Like I was the only college athlete in my area, and I was still like, you know, not seen as like the biggest one in the area. So I'm like, all right, if I get in trouble or anything like that, maybe they can send this to my college, maybe something like that. So I'm like, I gotta be a little careful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was like a really big name, so like I don't want to destroy my image too much. I'm like, I'll just do a little bit of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, still, yeah, it was very fun, and I feel like a lot of people in high school and everything like that, they're so obsessed with their image. Like if you do something stupid, like, oh yeah, you look so stupid. Oh my god, what are you doing? What are you doing? And like everyone's so judgmental. Like it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? When I was hanging out with my F student boys, none of us cared, you know what I'm saying? We were just all chilling. They were all F students, and they were never going anywhere in life. But I wasn't like that, you know what I'm saying? No, I didn't really hang out with them too much. I was there for like sometimes I was with them, like very few times towards the end of the school year. I was they call it I used to sneak into the cafeteria in that class period as well, and from there they were in the corner of the cafeteria, and we were there. They're the only people I could talk. I have a friend there, so I was friends with him, and he was hanging out with them, and all of them, you know, they're not yeah, they were just there, and you know, they were talking about like, you know, one of their friends got jumped or something like that at Mark. I know all these guys, you know, they're fun to be around, but they're not anyone who's gonna really do anything. And you know, it's like people think like I was like that. I wasn't like that. I didn't do any of that stuff. So you know, when people see me here, like all the smart kids, like all the smartest kids in my high school, like the smartest ones are here right now. some of them went to other universities out of state, in state. Like I don't really know. Good ones though. No one really went to. I heard one person. I'm gonna let him in. Go, buddy. Come on. Yeah, one of them went to a community college, which I don't know why you would do that. I mean, maybe because she was trying to get into a higher university, so she wanted to do a community college route. You know, in the first semester, they still count your high school grades. Only the first semester, I think it was. I think first year they also maybe, but the first semester they count it. Oh, they didn't count first year because if they did, I wasn't getting into college. I failed college, high school basically. I had like a 1.8 GPA graduating. So like, hopefully that's also inspiration as well. Being like, oh yeah, you have 1.8 GPA, now he's a full, you know, that's, oh yeah, I can inspire the F students. You know, it's like, I had a 1.8 GPA, which isn't F, I think. It's like D minus, so it's not F. I was taking AP class, some AP classes though, so I wasn't that stupid. You know what I'm saying? I was taking AP math and Spanish. Yeah, AP Spanish I was taking as well. But that was just automatic. If you took Spanish and you didn't fail any Spanish classes, you were taking it. I used to take AP history, but they dropped me out of it in 7th grade. The teacher didn't like me. He tried to drop me out of the class twice, actually, as a matter of fact. First time he failed, because he's like, oh, he failed, he got a 0 on the quiz, or something like that. I don't really know exactly what happened. So, I think he, like, didn't grade my quiz or something like that, so he put a 0 in the portal, and he ended up emailing the guidance counselors and wanted to kick me out of the class. But then, you know, the guidance counselor was telling me, oh yeah, he wants to drop you out of the class, and he checked the grades, and I was 100 on the quiz, so he had no reason to kick me out, so they left me in. And then as soon as I failed the test, the first test, I got 60 on it, and he took me out of the class after that. So I don't know what I did actually, you know. I don't know why, you know. I was really confused on why it was me, really. Maybe I was messing around during the review period, that was really it, so maybe he wanted to kick me out because of that. But yeah, it was pretty weird. After that, that's why I started derailing, really. I was really smart back then. I had really high 90s in my grades and stuff like that. After that, I started failing all my classes. And it wasn't failing badly. High school, I started failing badly. And I didn't really care. I wasn't going to college. I didn't want to go to college. And the only reason why I went to college for wrestling. And that's why I went here for college. But now I was like, all right, I'm not wrestling in college, really. Because, you know, I'm hurt right now and everything like that. So I'm like, I want to drop out. And I didn't drop out in the end. I was going to. And I was going to maybe do fully online, try to see that, try to do the whole thing, because I had health issues back then, and I still am not feeling amazing, but I'm still gugging it out, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, like, that bad. Like, my senior year, my health issues were way worse than what they are now. First couple weeks, though, were really bad. Now it's good, though, as well, but yeah, you know, overall, I have the time here, so I'm like, I'll just do whatever, really. So that's why I went to the library. I'm like, all right, I'll explore this area. And maybe explore more, actually, because it's huge. And I just got a small glimpse of it, and I'm like, this is amazing, this place. So maybe one day, this is what would be so amazing about having the content, because I could just explore this entire place and give, like, a real full tour. And, you know, everyone that's going to this university can see, like, a real tour of this area. You know what I'm saying? From an F student's eyes. Not from some fancy tour guide or some A student, some real F student. This is an actual F student who transferred after only 1 year. The only kids that only transfer after 1 year here are the really smart kids. What? He's not going after me, but I'm supposed to go there. That was such a risky move. Where's this telling me to go? I'm gonna rage bait this bus. No, I'm joking. Is there any kids in here? Like high school kids, not elementary school kids. I'm not a weirdo. Like high school kids from their sporting event, but there's no sporting events right now. So what? I just realized that right now. I thought there was a sporting event. No, there's a soccer field right here. So, yo, you know what? Actually, you know, I have time right now. I'm gonna turn around and go right now. I don't care. I'm in the middle of the road. I don't care. I'm going back. Because, you know, I can do whatever I want right now. So, I'm going to go right now and just explore this area right now. And just see what's up here. Because I've never been here. And, you know, I'm here right now. And I'm like, I can do whatever I want. So, ETA Soccer Park. There's only one car here. So I'm going to explore this area right now. Because 2 cars, actually, as a matter of fact. One is, 2 cars. So I'm going to explore this area real quick and see what's up here. Because this place looks nice. But 2 people here is crazy. This is so random. This is what I'm saying. I can do more of this stuff. Like, I can do anything. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying with social media. I feel, why do I blame everything on social media? But it's giving me so much more creativity. I can do whatever now. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like. No, I'm just doing whatever right now. Even before, I gotta talk more about what happened in the library and everything like that. But yeah, I'm just feeling so creative right now. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna check it out. I'll record a bit and I'll just put in my daily video. So I'm back and. It wasn't too long. I didn't take way too long. Then I gotta turn on the lights here now because now it's getting more darker. You know, when I left the college, it actually wasn't too dark. I think 4, because I left 4:30 or something like that, 4:40. So it wasn't dark, but now it's 5 o'clock and it's dark. Usually I come out this time, so that's why it would usually be dark. And I have to record some videos usually. The reason why I can't record some videos is because what do you call it? It's dark. I mean, what do you call it? My computer's dead, so that kind of sucks. I should have charged it. Didn't in my class. My computer was about to die, so I just left. And yeah, now me and this person leave at the same time. Only person out here, or there's 2 people here. I think I was confused because there was somebody like organizing the nets or something like that. And that's why I didn't stay for that long because I was like, there's one person here, just me and him. He can realistically, make sure I'm like not here anymore. So I didn't want to do that, and also. Maybe this is a private area, but why would it be open? And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, maybe there's a private area because he's doing that. Maybe he's telling me like get out of here. So I didn't want to really engage with him too much. So I left fairly quickly. And I was like, all right, this is my time's up now. So I'll leave. And yeah, I left. So I just really explored the area. I never found this area in my life. So I'm like, all right, I'll just explore this area. It was just a soccer place, like soccer field, nothing else. And back when I used to play soccer, would have been cooler to have this area. I think ETA is a place though, so they actually have a whole club here. Soccer clubs are mad expensive in the United States, especially New York. I mean, in Long Island. Long Island, everything's expensive. Long Island, you have that Long Island premium, except for wrestling clubs. I don't think they're that expensive. But Long Island wrestling as well is like crazy high level. Compared to other states, like it would compete with some of the states. Like it would like beat some of the guys who maybe from that top 15 state, stuff like that. No, it wouldn't beat like a Penn State or something, like Pennsylvania or something. Why did I say Penn State? Pennsylvania. Penn State is not the whole Pennsylvania. So yeah, like it would beat out some of the guys there, but they wouldn't. I mean, like it would. They would probably be like like a Louisiana. I keep like saying Louisiana State champ, but that's the reason why I keep saying that because I saw Louisiana State champ recently, so that's why I keep saying Louisiana State champ this and that. Oh my God, what's this car doing right next to me? Bro, calm down. We're at a 30 mile an hour speed. Oh, I went the wrong. Wait, did I go the wrong way and now it's more time? Where am I now? Maybe it's no. I think it was telling me no. I went a different way, but. Not sure if it's exactly the wrong way, but it's a different way. So, take a little bit more time, but who cares at the end of the day? At the end of the day, you just gotta enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing. Like, sure, people love the destination, whatever it is. I don't even care about the destination anymore. I was so focused before on the followers. I kept asking AI, when am I gonna have my big break? When am I gonna have my big break? When's the latest when's the latest possible time I can have my big break? Still haven't had the big break, but I don't care anymore. I'm enjoying the process. Hopefully I can get a couple viewers on this because that would be fun. That right now I'm talking to nobody, so that's the little demotivating part. But I'm still putting my full effort into it. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, oh my gosh, light is flashing into my thing. What's wrong with this dude? He does not like me. I can tell. Back. Oh my god. No one's like this as well. That's the thing as well. Like nobody has my personality. So I'm showing my raw authentic personality. I don't care about image or anything. I'm looking stupid. Like nobody does. The people like that make content that I don't want. So because there's some content I've seen recently. A lot of people make content because they want to be like celebrities. Like think about it. The number one wrestling content creator he's like a big celebrity in the wrestling world. Every single guy who's like a big content creator, they're seen as celebrities, right? Nowadays, no one cares about real celebrities anymore. It's about content creators now. So, like the big YouTuber, let's say Mr. Beast, he's out in public. Everyone's like saying hi. Everyone wants a picture with him. They're a big celebrity. You know what I'm saying? So everyone has this big ego thing. That's why they're doing the content, and they'll have the big they'll try to act like a way for the camera, like a way so they can look cool, like be like, oh yeah guys, what's up guys? You know what I'm saying? I just went down to the park and I was like, yeah, it was pretty. No, not like that. In a professional way. Be like, all right guys, we went to the park and it was pretty nice, and yeah, it looked pretty cool, and I was like, yeah, that was incredible. And some guys, I can't even act like that. I see, this is how bad I am. I can't even act like, because I don't watch these guys, but I'm saying a lot of guys, will act like a certain way, like have like an ego way for the camera, like be very boring. Let's say boring. Yeah, they won't risk anything. I'm risking everything. I don't even care. Nobody's watching this as well, so I can act whatever way I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm risking everything. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really trying to show my real, authentic personality, like how I act like with anybody. And maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, because at the same time, I can't keep boiling this down. This is why I'm saying I want to talk to one person every single day, because I can't keep on hiding this and making it so nobody, because this is not everyone has this ability to be the way I am, where I really don't care about anyone at the age of 19. Today as well, when I went to the library as well, I think I saw somebody that I used to know from middle school, didn't like me in middle school. He didn't like me at all. I don't know exactly. This whole friend group really didn't like me. I don't know why. They hated me, his friend group, so much. So yeah, their entire friend group hated me so much, and what do you call it? I don't know why. I don't know exactly why, but no, they didn't really like me too much, and yeah, he probably still remembers me from middle school, because I'm a big athlete now. Now everyone, wants to be like my, keyword, was, not anymore. Now I fell off. I didn't fall off. I'm still on the come up. I'm telling you, it's like I'm 4 years ahead of me. You know what I'm saying? But I really have people see the schools more or less, because you gotta explore the school. If you just stay in one area, the school sucks. But if you go, I saw the lunch area and stuff like that, and maybe I go there one day to go to different places, see everything really, because I'm here right now. Why did I go here? Wrong turn? I'm here right now. Might as well do something as well. I gotta be a little more careful though as well on the road. I can't show my full personality because I'm in the middle of the road right now. I can't be talking full personality and then just crash my car. I don't do that. So yeah, but the thing is though, I gotta explore the area, and so I sort of did that today. I went to the football field and started walking around for a bit. I watched the football game back when I was in 5th grade or 6th grade. Not sure what grade it was. I went to a football game. Stony Brook lost, so that kind of sucked. I mean, that sucked. I don't even care. They had really expensive food. I remember having their fries here. It was nacho cheese fries, something like that. Whatever it was, really good. That's why I really started loving the cheese fries thing. I started putting fries on all my cheese and everything like that. No, it was one time we went to Adventureland, and they had cheese fries there, and ever since then, I had this big phase where for 1 or 2 years, I started putting cheese on all my fries and everything like that. And then I'd never done it again, so yeah, I think it was a couple years. The thing was, when I came here as well, Fortnite was very popular back then, so everyone just used to play Fortnite, and the status was back then in my 7th grade year, it was how good you were at Fortnite. If you were really good at Fortnite, you had high status, you were seen as this big guy and everything like that. You were seen as you know what I'm saying, what do you call it, you were seen as a cool guy. And I remember one guy who had 5, I don't know how much wins he had. He had a lot of wins, and he was seen as some high guy in Fortnite. And yeah, he got arrested now in high school. So he went. I don't know what happened to that dude. Things went off with that dude afterwards. Their whole group as well, the whole friend group there. I don't know. We were friends and everything. We were good friends. We would say hi to each other. We would talk to each other a lot. We were good with each other and everything like that. And I didn't see anything suspicious with him. High school, that's where he started, because of the COVID year, so we all separated. And maybe it was a good thing, because he got really suspicious in high school. and yeah, he started coming to school, and you can easily tell he was on substances. I don't want to say anything because he's gonna probably watch this and hurt me badly. I don't know if he was up to, but yeah, he started coming to school and he was all off and everything. The whole thing was weird. He was all over the place, and it was like he changed completely. I was like, it was like every single time he come to school, it was like he was on something. You know what I'm saying? He was off all the time. And, very suspicious. Now he started dressing up. He had the covered eyes thing, like he had hair covering his eyes and everything like that. And I don't know really what happened to him. It seemed like I don't know really. He seemed like a cool guy in middle school. So in middle school, like where everyone's all innocent and cool and everything like that. Not like there's sort of some bad guys, but like some bad kids and stuff like that. But they're not like in high school it gets way worse really quickly. But in middle school they're cool and stuff like that. High school is like. That's why I distanced myself really quickly from away from my old friends, because a lot of them, we were all we were cool and everything like that, but all of them weren't the best kids. We were all troublemakers, but I was troublemaking because I had fun. I wasn't troublemaking because I was bored. That's why I was creating trouble and having fun. Really, I wasn't fighting anybody. I was just doing stupid stuff. Like I threw a lunch tray. I grabbed the lunch tray off everybody and I threw it and landed on a group of girls. I got lunch attention for that. They have a lunch here, so they're screaming at me. Go in there right now. It's so funny. Because that's what I used to do. I used to do stuff like that. And I'm like, alright, whatever. And maybe that's why some people don't really like the fact that, me as a person, or the fact that me was doing so well in my sport, because I was that guy who did that type of stuff. In middle school, though. In high school, I didn't do any. At high school, so I started losing a lot of friends. I stopped doing all that stuff. And I really started, that's when I started losing the weight. So all of a sudden, I had this huge discipline now. I'm like, alright, I don't want to do this stupid stuff anymore. I'm in shape now, I look a lot better. And at the same time, I started getting crazy in my attention in the beginning, because I had that huge glow up and every single, I was getting crazy in my attention in the beginning. Now, towards the end or middle, I was still getting it throughout. And I started getting a lot of attention. Maybe when I bleached my hair, I stopped. But overall, seen as like a guy who's all this, and I don't like it. Back then, maybe, I don't know what's going on now. Maybe some people did. I went to the library and I was getting some looks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? People were looking at me and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe they're like, oh wait, who is this guy? No, now he's not like that cornball. This one video was these alpha, these alpha dudes. He's like, guys trying to act tough. He's like, when I walk, he's like, he made a video. He's like, when I walk into a room, people are like, who is this guy? People think I'm going to hurt somebody. It's just a corn. So yeah, I don't want to sound like that, but you know what I'm saying. I get so funny towards the end, and in the start of the video, I'm not. Maybe I separate the video so I upload maybe the end of my video sometimes. Because if you're watching the full hour, the first 30 minutes, I'm being informational and everything like that, and I'm just dying laughing and being all funny towards the end. I always get more into it while I'm going through the videos and stuff like that. And people play it really risky. People are very shy and very risky in the beginning. I don't care. I'm risking it. I'm going all in on this. I got 2 and a half years of freedom. I have 2.5 years left of college at least. I have an extra year of eligibility in college for wrestling. So I have at least 2.5 years. And if I don't even use this year, I have more time. So I have a lot of time right now. I don't have a lot of time. I'm saying I got a short, even though I have time, it's I only have a small amount. I don't have 10 years. I have a small amount of time. So I got to really maximize and capitalize this. Right now, this AI thing, maybe in a couple of years, if you watch back on this, AI has completely changed the game. It's taken over. It's probably ruined everything. It's making everything so complicated. Maybe they have laws blocking AI and stuff like that. I don't really know what they do. But right now, AI is coming out, and it's really scary. Everything. A lot of people are getting scared. A lot of people are losing their jobs right now. Stuff like that. And that was what they were saying. AI they were saying for a long time, the computers and the robots are going to take over the jobs, and that's exactly what's going on right now. But in terms of the human communication, you can't replicate that. AI can't replicate that. They don't understand actual humans. They might understand a little bit of dots and stuff like that. When you ask AI, oh, what's this person think about me? When you give them the text, they are not gonna give you the correct answer. If someone slaps you across the face and AI asks them, oh, how are they gonna feel if you slap me across the face? And AI gives an answer, that answer is not gonna be correct, because I can tell you for a fact, I'm gonna feel very differently from what AI is gonna think I'm gonna think. So that's why I really want to go all in on this right now, because I don't have the opportunity. This is why a lot of people are saying this is the golden chance right now, because after this, AI is going to completely take out everything. So this is really the last chance, and that's why I'm really I don't care though. I want to grow right now. You know what I'm saying? And I love doing this. I literally went outside without any sort of thing. I literally delayed my upload schedule, so it actually affects me negatively. But I was so bored. I'm like, all right, I gotta do something. I want to record some videos. I love recording this stuff. I love doing this. I've always been this type of fun guy my whole life. I've always been the guy who everyone loves to talk to. Of course, when I lost the weight and got more disciplined, people didn't like me as much. But still, I always had that fun personality to me. Especially now, I feel like I gained it back through this content. I gained my fun personality that I lost for years. I think I gained it back. Of course, some friends saw the fun personality about me, and those are the type of friends who usually love me so much. But they're not my friends anymore, because now most of them got serious and stuff like that. And like, all right, this kid's probably gonna fail in life anyways. Or I don't really know. A lot of them are egos and stuff like that. Pride is the biggest enemy. I always believed in pride. I don't want to say, oh, everyone has an ego and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, pride is a big enemy, and that's the thing that happens to a lot of guys, especially when they have social media and stuff like that, and they were high athletes in high school and stuff like that. They stay into that bubble. You know, you have this high ego, but you're not actually doing anything to deserve the high ego. You can have an high ego. I don't care. But if you're not doing anything to deserve the high ego, then I'm going to slap you across the face and tell you stop. You know what I'm saying? Which basically gets back at what I was saying in the beginning before, how, it would be amazing if I can, like, make short form clips out of this. That's maybe as well. I was clip farming, I'll be honest. I was clip farming a little bit in the beginning of the content thing, but there's like this app called Opus Clips, and it's really good. It gets the captions and everything for you. The issue with Opus Clips is after 80 hours of using it, 80 like you have 80 minutes of using it. You have 80 minutes. So my videos are like an hour long, like an hour 10 at least. So I can't really figure out what is best to use. So I have to really I don't really have a way. Hopefully there's a better AI that comes out that's like more free and cheaper to make clips and stuff like that. But then the game's gonna be completely destroyed. So, but yeah, like these clips would be amazing. The fact that you can show my raw, authentic personality. These clips. And maybe when I started doing a little recently was like asking the AI. I would put my YouTube link into the AI and ask it, oh, what are the best moments from these videos, and then I'll clip those videos. But the thing is, AI is really bad at finding the videos, and like would keep on not finding it. So I'm like, I got frustrated. I'm like, all right, I don't care about this anymore. But yeah, maybe I'll do that back one day, and yeah, just really show my authentic personality and everything. Where this is really who I am. As soon as I'm done with the camera, this is exactly who I am. I'm not any different. This is exactly who I am. You know, it's like I never even had time to. Some people put on the mask, alter ego. I do as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not exactly like this. Like I'm a little bit, more serious and disciplined at times. You know what I'm saying? Like as well, like in order to post as much as I do on all my accounts, you gotta be a little more disciplined and a little more focused. So that's what I am. I'm focused and driven, but at the same time, I have that fun and I have that fun part about me. So, anyways, there was a third guy who actually came up to me, as a matter of fact, and asked. No, so he the other guy so we were in a group of 4, so I switched with one guy, and now his other guy was switching with the other guy. So it was just me and him. So I asked him, like, he was kind of like a little bit into the unknown. So I started a conversation. I'm like, all right, fine. Why is this telling me that there's traffic here? There's no one here. So I asked him, do you want to switch? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, my computer's about to die, so you gotta quickly take a picture of this. And he started saying something. I don't know. He doesn't speak fully English, so it's kind of a little difficult to talk to him. But then I told him again, all right, take a picture of this. And he eventually got it. So he took a picture of it. Very nice dude. And I read his paper. I wrote about a page and a half, and I thought it was good. I was like, all right, this is good. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing good. He wrote 8 pages. He wrote 8 pages. And he was so like well done. I'm like, all right, I gotta maybe like transfer my college. I really do not belong. Everyone here as well was writing really well, and I didn't even like have my topic, like the introduction. I didn't even set the paper up the right way, because all these kids are super smart, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm just an F student at heart. So yeah, so it's like I'm an F student, but I'm like street smart. I'm a hustler. Like I have a long drive. I'm not smart. I just work really hard. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people say, oh yeah, the hard workers or do better than the smart kids, which is true. Because I'm here. I'm not smart at any means. I'm not smart. I didn't do anything smart. I'm just hard working. Worked really hard to get here. Even though I'll keep laughing and say, well, I'm an F student, I'll joke around and stuff like that, but I really worked really hard to get here. And I was doing a sport, and I had no no one to talk to at the same time. I had no friends or anything like that. I had to drive an hour back and forth. And, I was fighting against all the odds. No one in sport took me serious. None of the coaches knew my name. No one there knew my name for a long time. And, yeah, no one expected anything from me. I was like a kid who barely did terrible senior year. Not terrible, but did really bad his senior year. To a point where, yeah, he's not going to do them. Like compared to the expectations that are on me, I failed really bad. So, yeah, so I really went after it, and I said, like, all right, fine. College is harder than high school. Of course, but I went after it and really showed that, I'll be the hardest worker. Now that we're not working crazy hard in my grades right now, I'm working crazy hard using that same energy and the same energy I use in my sport, using it for my content and really going after it. At the same time, I don't care about status. I don't party. I don't drink. I don't talk to any girls. I don't care about status. I just enjoy doing this. I don't. So many people are just in it for the status, for the celebrity status, so they can look better. They can have everyone be proud of them and stuff like that. But I don't care. I just enjoy this. That's why I don't care about the stress. I don't care. I mean, not stress. I don't care what other people think about it because I'm enjoying this. I don't care. There's no fear about it. When I first started posting, the first day I had fear. When my heart was beating when I first posted my voice and not my voice, but my first clip of me going my transformation. I was like, I used to do push-ups with my knees at 260 pounds. Now I'm wrestling at EWI regional place. So I was speaking really fast. Probably shouldn't have done that. EWI regional place by being a first year wrestler. That stuff didn't really make sense to a lot of people when I was saying probably. And I deleted that video because I was like, all right, I got it. Afterwards, after a little while, I got 500, 600 views, which was decent. And then my other videos started really taking off, and they were getting 2K, 3K views, 2K views, 4K. It was taking off like crazy. And then I got 9K views, and then another video got 18K views. So a couple weeks later, and it was going crazy. And then afterwards, I peaked there. And then I stopped really posting transformation. Maybe I start posting that again. That's really a good way of getting more views, but they don't really convert too much followers. Really, I don't think so. Because the daily videos, I feel like I enjoy the daily videos. I don't care about the transformations. You know what I'm saying? It's just the same transformations over and over again. Sure, maybe I should post them more so when it gets pushed more reach and stuff like that, people are more happy about it and more get inspired by it. So I'll post that more. But you don't want to make your whole page just transformation. That's just boring. And yeah, I'm just showing. I don't care about stats. I love this so much. I love having the opportunity to do this. I never even watched any of these long form vlogs going up. So hopefully, so I get viewers. Maybe some people play this as background noise. When I listen to long form videos now while I'm editing my videos. So some people play this while I'm editing their videos or doing whatever. Or maybe just playing it as background noise while they it's a common thing that people are on their phones a lot and need something to have background noise too. So well, maybe this is background noise, and maybe I'm a background noise. So hopefully I'm doing a good job. I'm not someone that's crazy in your face, being all right, man, guys, let's go, right? I'm not some guy who's doing some crazy animation, some blowing up in your face after. I probably shouldn't have done that while driving, but I'm not that type of guy. I'm just some guy who's just talking to me. That might do some people watching it back, and I'm gonna use because no one's watched this in the current day, which would be cool to have some people. I just want a little bit of an audience. That's it. And just doing something I enjoy, making some sort of revenue from this to a point where I can sustain this. I can do this as a full thing because I love this so much. This is amazing. But yeah, anyways, I'll go back to quickly the story about what happened. So yeah, we talked for a bit. He wrote so much. I told him, you wrote. This is where I had more of a longer conversation, although I wasn't really understanding what he was saying too much. So first, I told him all right, this is a long. I had to really lock in here because I haven't done a long conversation in a while. So I'm all right, this thing's really long. I told him I had a long conversation, a 30-second at least, which was long, and yeah, 1 minute at least. It was at least a minute. So I was really good actually. And I really told him why I loved his essay, and yeah, he was saying, he started laughing, but he was engaging pretty well. And then he told me as well, I didn't really understand too much what he was saying, but he told me he told me everything else was good except the introduction, and that was cool, and that was really it. He left after, and right after he left, I left. So that was really it. Then after, like, went around, I was like looking at the area a little bit, you know, found some squirrels, found some other stuff, and you know, what do you call it? I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, then afterwards I went to the football stadium. They're like, oh, it's right there. No one's there. I went there and just walked around for a bit, and I'm like, this is sick. Having the opportunity. There's so much other stuff here as well. Maybe explore. And then I went to the back place as well, where all the athletes train, and I saw them through the window. Of course, I'm not an athlete anymore, so I peeked. But you know, it's pretty sick. You know, being able to do that. Of course, practice here aren't easy, but there's so much privileges of doing it. So, why a lot of people fight to get in here because there's so much privileges. But still, there's tons of other areas and stuff like that. And, you know, maybe just talk to a couple people here. You know, I have the opportunity to be here, so use it to my benefit. You know, there's so much stuff so much resources here. Might as well do something. And really just enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? I get the opportunity to go to college every day. I'm not forced to go to college, I am, but I'm get the opportunity to go here. You know, I don't have to. At the end of the day, like, I have the ability. I'm not in a hospital bed right now. I'm able to go to college. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful. And I had a great day today. It was so much fun, everything. I love this process. Just keep improving, and I gotta edit some videos. I get to have the opportunity to edit some videos. I can just say I don't want it. You know, some people say, oh, yeah. And I have this one early at 19 because I've really went through it all. I really, you know, started off from the bottom, and I'm really enjoying all this now. So yeah, that was overall the day, and yeah.